Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a motto, Tomlin and Mama Manning too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to April the 12th. Oh, excuse me, the 11th. I just saw 12th on there. It is an A day, and it's a balmy day this morning at 52 degrees.
Oh, I know.
I think spring sports going to have a good day this afternoon as long as it stays nice and dry outside. We don't have to worry about too much in the way of rain. I think it's going to be a good day.
Potential foot of rain tonight. So, yeah. Nothing.
Is it really?
About. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, between tonight and tomorrow morning.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. We finish up the National Library Week. That's going to finish up on Saturday. We had Ms. D. Alexander come in and talk to us. Seniors, don't forget to get your prom tickets on sale from April 1st to the 12th. So I guess tomorrow's the last day to buy prom tickets. So you better hustle if you want to do the hustle. See what I did there? That's nice. That's smooth. Don't forget the pom-pom poll of the week. The library media is having their poll to throw those pom-poms in there, and you're voting for whether or not you'd rather be on a magic carpet ride or do time travel.
Time travel.
I said time travel. Mama Manning.
Magic carpet.
Magic carpet ride. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see who is right. We got a lot of sports going on this morning. Let's see. Oh, here's something. The World Language Department's collecting all your solar clip glasses. So instead of just having them thrown out in the trash or sitting on your bureau and not used for the next 375 years when the next one passes overhead, you can actually hold on to those and donate them so that they can be used in South America for the 2024 eclipse.
Cool.
And see what else we got going on this morning. Guys and dolls, don't forget to get your tickets. And the book club is going to be on April 23rd. So you have a whole week off to decide to plan your day to get there. And WRHG still has their applications open. And that's also on April 23rd. Is that the day we get back?
It's the Tuesday after we get back. So
Tuesday after we get back.
They need to complete both the Google form and the signature piece of paper.
All right, so get all that done and then head over to book club on the same day. All right, don't forget to listen to us every morning at 7 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, wherever you listen to all your finest podcasts. Today in history in 1970, this is when the movie Apollo 13 had a reason to exist. This is when it went into a life-threatening malfunction on the spacecraft, and they showed humanity and how smart it could be. The ingenuity to actually put a round peg in a square hole.
They did.
They had to change the filter size.
And that after the media did not want to cover the mission because it wasn't so insignificant.
Yeah.
So.
In 2006, guess what? Twitter was born, and that's no longer Twitter now. Now they're changing it to X, and that's gone smoothly, to say the least. Today's birthday is Joss Stone. She's a Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter. Songs like Super Duper Love. And Jeremy Clarkson. I don't know if you know Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, he does the BBC car show. Let's see. What was it called? We did it in America too. Top Gear. Top Gear. Just took me a minute. And today's an exciting day. It's National 8-Track Tape Day. For those of you who know what an 8-track tape is. Yes.
The day that you've been waiting for.
Wow, they have a day.
They have a day. I don't know if you know what an 8-track tape is, but it's a giant cassette that you would put into your car or your player at home. And because the tracks were so short in the middle of the song, and I remember specifically, it was Hotel California, they're on a dark desert highway, like it would break and it would switch to the next track. Those were
So what other 8-tracks did you have? Or do you,
Seals and Croft.
Do you have any 8-tracks still?
My dad has a collection of 8-tracks.
Nice.
I believe they probably are in the attic of the garage attic.
They're not in the Corvette.
They're not in the Corvette. No, I think he has an AM/FM radio that just won't stay in the dashboard. So like when you accelerate in it, it pops out. That's a 1963. So I think you could have gotten a 8-track in it.
Close.
Yeah. And it's also National Submarine Day that honors the day the United States Navy got its first commissioned submarine, the Holland 6. So just throwing that out there. And it is also National Cheese Fondue for all you fondue lovers. I don't know. I'm not a big fondue fan.
I've only had it once.
Yeah.
It was really good, but
Chocolate fountain, I think that's pretty good, but I don't know if I like dipping cheese.
I'm not fondue of it.
I think this.
Is it Saturday yet?
How for the sports desk with Mama Manning?
I'm coming back.
You're making a comeback
All right.
indeed.
Tuesday scores. Boys track destroyed Seymour 96-54.
Wow.
The girls in equal fashion. They also pounded Seymour 99-51.
Ooh, that's a good day.
It was. Boys golf team slid under Oxford 195 to 202.
Wow, that was pretty close.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yesterday, girls tennis crushed Crosby 8-0. Boys tennis dominated Crosby.
Wait, they played
5-0.
They played 8 sets,
8 matches.
8 matches.
Yeah.
So are they doing rally again?
They may have done like a ghost match.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Carter Davis.
Carter Davis.
You see Carter today, pat him on the back. Over 3 hours in his match.
Holy cow.
With a final set tiebreaker, 17-15. 3 hours, 15 minutes.
I hope he gets the day off today so
He
he can just
better.
relax.
Yeah, I hope it rains for that team. Boys baseball clobbered Crosby 15-5. Home runs from Brett Lato,
Makes sense.
Tyler D,
All right.
Mikey Belcher.
Oh, yeah.
Belted a grand slam, baby. With my name all over it. Almost hit my house. Today, Thursday, girls tennis versus Naughty away at 3:30. Boys tennis versus Torrington home at 4. Boys golf plays Waterbury Co-op and Holy Cross. 2:30 at the Greens.
All right. That's a lot going on there.
Busy day, but it may rain, so be careful.
And that's the sports with Mama Manning. Over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Morning. A couple top stories to start your day. First off, on some exciting news for you.
Exciting?
Happy news.
Let's see if your definition of exciting matches our definition of exciting. Go ahead.
They've announced another new James Bond.
It does. It matches.
I'm in this one.
Henry Cavill.
Oh, really?
He'll be playing not James Bond, but the man
But
that
Jimmy Bond.
the man that influenced Ian Fleming to create James Bond. So the real life James Bond.
So James Bond,
Yes,
but not James Bond.
correct.
Gotcha.
So he'll be in a movie portraying the man that influenced Ian Fleming to create James Bond.
All right. I guess that's why you couldn't do The Witcher anymore.
Is that good news?
Oh, it's just pretty
That's
good
good.
news.
We'll
Yeah,
take
yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
better. That's better.
All
I
right.
wonder how we're going to end, though.
I know.
On to the rest of the news.
There
Oh,
we
he's
go.
happy.
Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is to address Congress amid skepticism about the U.S. role abroad. This comes after the Prime Minister met with the President of the United States yesterday. He'll be addressing the full Congress.
Not bad.
In Hanoi, Vietnam, real estate tycoon Trog My Lan was sentenced Thursday to death by a court in Ho Chi Minh City in South Vietnam for the largest financial fraud case ever, according to state media. The 67-year-old chair of the real estate company Van Thien Phat was formally charged with fraud amounting to $12.5 billion, nearly 3% of the country's 2022 GDP.
You said death.
Death.
All right.
The ruling party believes that anti-corruption is essential to the sustaining of their power, and they enacted a law several years ago that corruption, you can get the death penalty.
They handle their rich differently than we do, I guess.
We do.
Oh, yeah.
And I think
That's not a slap on the wrist.
No. I think we're good there.
Yeah.
The only other story I was going to talk about was in Arizona. The Arizona Supreme Court revived an 1864 anti-abortion law,
Yeah.
which is becoming a major center point. Yesterday, you had the Arizona House fail to overturn it. This comes with politicians on both sides, both advocating for or against the elimination or modification of this law.
It's been a lot of backpedaling after that
There's
happened.
a lot going on there. There's your news.
All right. And that's the news with Tomlin. This morning, our guests are from WRHS GSA. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning. Morning.
We have Isaac Roble with us, Jen Dravis, and Jess Block. Good morning.
Good morning.
And I believe you guys have some activity planned for tomorrow. I want to give us a little insight into the day of silence, or the day of bracket no silence.
Yeah, tomorrow's a big day for us. Isaac, you want
Yeah.
to talk about it?
So tomorrow, we are all taking a vow of silence to honor the people that are unable to speak out and help and to speak for themselves and need someone to help them.
And it helps to get more people involved and understand the struggles that LGBTQ plus people might have to deal with at school.
It can be a pretty difficult day sometimes to go through the day. And when you're used to speaking, opt not to use your voice and put yourself in the mindset of somebody who cannot use their voice. And everybody observes this in different ways. You know, when we say vow of silence, that can mean different things to different people. Some may just refrain from socializing with their friends. Some may really try to go as much as they can silent without using their voice for the day. Some try not to communicate at all, while some may opt to use a whiteboard or post-it notes or some other way of communicating. And it's just an extra barrier for them. That extra step can be exhausting also. So and some may just take a part of the day and then need to take a break from it at lunch or something like that. It looks different for everybody, but we encourage anybody who supports the cause of advocating for those who are made voiceless in different ways, to try and participate in whatever way works for you.
I know as a teacher on this day, it gets disconcerting sometimes, the amount of students that are silent, and you realize how many students that you represent that don't have a voice sometimes, or unwilling to speak, or are afraid to speak. As a student, have you had an equal kind of response to it as you're going through the day and realizing that you're not speaking or don't have a voice?
It's hard to explain because I don't know how, I don't have the words to explain it. It's the way that because it affects like everything that you're doing, but also it doesn't in some ways.
Okay.
Yeah. To go off what Isaac said, there is some ways that will affect you because you might have to write something down if you do need to communicate, and you might not be able to actually speak in class if a teacher calls on you. That is a little bit different. But one thing that I notice a lot is you actually become aware of how many people are speaking and how many people aren't. Because I don't know why, but you kind of just realize how many people are and how many aren't in your classes.
So 2 questions. As classroom teacher, how will I know who's participating?
All of the people that are participating will be given little slips that explain what's going on, and also
They might message you on Schoology or something like that beforehand to let you know about it before the day actually happens.
So not everybody will have tape.
Oh, no.
Correct.
Yeah, we don't have tape
Tape?
over our mouths, but we, like Isaac said, we have some slips of paper that explain what the day is about. If students want to pick those up from me in room 212, they can. But I think the best way to tell if a student signed up for it or not is by clicking on the link I sent to the faculty to the Schoology page. And speaking of our Schoology page, there's a Day of Silence 2024 Schoology page. It's been linked in the announcements. So if you see the slideshow that comes up on your Woodland website when you open Chrome, You can click on the link there. You could also just search Schoology. It's a public page. Search for Day of Silence and make sure you go to the Day of Silence 2024 page. I have it set up so you can just join. And so if teachers want to check and see that list, it's a growing list with students and faculty participating. You can click on members on the Schoology Day of Silence 2024 page.
And as a classroom teacher, should I be calling on the students who are participating, or do you prefer that I don't?
It'd probably be best if you didn't, just to keep everyone who is participating comfortable and not forcing them to try to find a different way to communicate.
Now, at the end of the day, there's something that happens when everybody gathers together. Would you like to speak on that?
That's true. Our tradition is to break the silence. The last, nearly half hour of the school day, we will congregate in the courtyard, make some noise, and some folks have already volunteered to read poetry or things they've written or speak off the cuff, or perform or do different things to make noise. I think we may have some among us here who are going to be sharing. Shrugs. Yeah. And I thank you for your questions. I also encouraged the faculty to think about this ahead of time. I talked about this at the faculty meeting earlier this month. I personally structure my lessons purposely so that we're not going to have a lot of talking, and I myself can try to stick to my vow of silence as much as I can too. I use the Go Guardian chat if I have to. If I really, really have to, I'll use my voice. But I told my classes yesterday that this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to see it on Schoology. I'm going to try to refrain from speaking as much as I can for this cause, and made sure they understood what the day was about.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on and giving us a little more information for what's going to go on for tomorrow. On behalf of the show, we'd like to thank you for stopping by. And as always, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify, we're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.